Anthony, my man, Cal State Fullerton, go Titans.
Yep.
You're here. How's it feel?
Finally. I mean, a little nervous at first, but it's just going to be another conversation, hopefully.
That's right.
Hopefully I speak right.
That's a good plug for the podcast name.
Just another conversation.
That's what it is.
Yep.
So no, man, we are super excited to have you. I think as you've kind of joined the team in an intern capacity, I think we get more excited about it as we see your progress. I still can't get over you just shaved your mustache.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know, my hair was like almost to my shoulders, and I had a mustache, and I had a little hair on my chin, shaved it all.
You look like a baby, dude. You look like one of those.
I feel like I'm 17 again.
That's right. But
I'm 20, by the way.
Yeah, 20. Thanks for mentioning it. Half my age, which is fantastic. No, so we're excited to have you, man. I want to take this time to kind of throw you in the hot seat and tell us. I know you got quite a background with family business, obviously some interest in real estate. So give everybody a little bit of synopsis about what you are and who you are and what you do.
So my name's Anthony. I go to Cal State Fullerton. I'm going into my last year, actually. I'm studying finance right now at the moment. And I got with this internship I was in an accounting class, actually, funny story. And I was just sitting there, like, I didn't want to go to school. My family owns taco shops in San Diego. So I always thought I was just going to, take over the businesses, just work there. Even though I knew it was a lot of hard work, it was just something I thought I could do. But my mom made me go to school. So I went, and I was in accounting class, and on the door, I see real estate association on the door. And I was like, you know what? I see a lot of rich people do real estate. So I was like, and I want to be rich, so let me see what real estate association has to offer. I go in and I meet incredible people. The first person I meet is Robert Taylor, Bob. He was amazing, a huge investor in California. And I was like, that's what I want to do. So a lot of speakers come in, they speak, and I was very interested in what every single person was saying. And Corey comes to speak to me.
That would be me.
And I really liked the business. I didn't hear many people talk about hard money loans, bridge loans, anything like that. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to just buy and sell, be an agent just like that with houses, just like everyone wants to do. So I went in, and I think I also like that you guys only work with that's non-owner, occupied. The numbers have to make sense. And coming from a business family, I understand that a lot, that the numbers have to make sense. And everyone has to make money. And I really like that.
I mean, it's interesting because Brad and I, obviously, in other conversations, we talk about our connection to Cal State Fullerton and how our business wouldn't be our business if it wasn't for it, and how Brad's life would be just habitually worse if I wasn't involved in it. So from that standpoint, we owe a lot to Cal State Fullerton. I think one of the most impressive things about going back and speaking to the Real Estate Association is I didn't have that involvement. I don't even know if it was an option, but I'd be lying to say if it was that I would be jumping in that room also. So when I go back into that room, I see a bunch of young people, vibrant, energized, interested, curious. The one thing that I noticed about you, and I talked to Brad about it, was like, hey, this guy's hitting me up. He wants to get coffee. We're going to go to Phil's right down the street from Cal State Fullerton. I'm like, I'm not really sure why, but he's taken the wherewithal and the motivation to reach out and ask questions about our business. So I'm going to go meet with him. And Brad's like, that's awesome, dude. Brad was involved in the business honors program in the mentorship program as well. And so then we sat down and you told me about what you did. I'll be honest, when we sat down, I'm like, this guy's going to ask me for a job. and at the time, we weren't really looking to do that. Yeah. And so in the back of my mind, I'm like, what is he really asking? That's not what you did though at all.
No.
Which is so refreshing, because what we talk about all the time when you're reaching out to people is you just have to be curious.
Yeah.
People so much appreciate when young people come up to them and ask them about their business, and don't try to pretend like you know everything. And so that was one thing that really stood out to me because you came in and you told me about your family business. You told me about you were doing a janitorial service thing, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
And you were just like, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. And so where do you think that part of your thought process comes from? Because it's not something that's consistent with everybody in your age demographic or anybody in general, but it is something that you've really harped on, and I think is coming through on your cold calls and your emails and the people that you're meeting with, is there's just this sense of curiosity.
Yeah.
So where does that come from?
So growing up, my parents were business owners. They owned restaurants. So I always saw how constantly people would go up to them. Like you said, they would ask them for jobs. They would ask them for things. And I just saw how like my parents used to just, kind of like, no, like not right now. Like, I don't want to hear that. I got bigger problems to worry about. So my thinking is always, how can I add value? What can I do to help this person? So when I talked to you, I also wasn't really expecting a job either.
No, you weren't. No, not at all. Not at all.
But you're right. A lot of students do ask, like when I do cold outreaches to brokers, they always, I mention I'm a student, and these brokers tell me, oh, do you want an internship? Send me your resume, this or that. And I'm like, no, I'm not looking for a job. I'm genuinely curious about what you do, what kind of deals you're working with. So yeah, just from my parents, just, I've seen it my whole life, and how not annoyed. I wouldn't say you guys get annoyed by it, but it's like, everyone does it. And I always want to be different than what everyone else does. And I want to set myself apart. And I feel like it's always worked out for me. Like how you said, a couple days ago, I had a phone call with Connor Freeman from Northmark.
Yep, we'll tag you too in this video.
Yeah, because Brad mentioned him earlier in the podcast. He also told me, he said, you know what, I really like this call because while yes, you're looking for a deal, you're looking for ways to break into the industry. The first thing I asked him was, how did you get into this industry and what type of deals do you do?
Right.
Like I didn't try to say, hey, I sell hard money loans. I do this, I do this. I asked him a bunch of questions. He's like, I like how you started it with, asking me questions. And then I did kind of soft sell him at the end, but he said it was a good thing to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think ultimately there's a lesson in there, right? It's nobody wants to be sold. Mm-hmm. And we all get on phone calls where people are trying to sell us the next software, or this is why my data is more important than others. This is why we're greater. When people talk about sales and they say they're in the relationship business, it's such a cliche thing to say. What does it really mean, right? And I think the one thing that what you bring to the table is you don't even know what's right and wrong, right? And to me, that there's so much value in that, because the longer we get in this business, the more you get calloused over. Like you're talking to an industrial broker who does $100 million deals. You don't even know that that's an intern shouldn't be making that call, right? Yeah. And that's okay though, because the way you handle the conversation, and because you met them through the avenue of Cal State Fullerton and the Real Estate Association, it opens the opportunity to have the phone call. You carry yourself as a young professional that's impressive. And now maybe you're not doing a deal with that person, but they're introducing you to somebody else. And we need more of that in life. I think everybody needs more of that curiosity. And it's really interesting because it just brings a different kind of perspective to it. So let's see. We're gonna go quick fire here. Okay. What sports are you into?
High school, I played football and basketball.
Okay.
Right now the World Cup's going on, so right now I'm a soccer fan. But I never really liked soccer growing up. But right now I'm a soccer fan.
Who's winning the World Cup on Sunday? This is recorded.
I know.
It's going to be released after.
This is good. You guys are going to get a lot of what's it called? People are going to comment on this because of what I think so. I think Argentina's going to win.
Okay.
But even if Spain or Argentina wins, I'll be happy either way. But I do think Argentina will win.
Okay, cool. That was a nice little deflection there. So you weren't very confident in your choice. That's okay. We'll work on that. Basketball. What position did you play? I
was a shooting guard, but I couldn't really shoot. I was very good on defense though. I would always have to guard the best player on the other team.
So you were a Bruce Bowen type.
Yes, I was. I got a lot of rebounds.
Do you know who Bruce Bowen is?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I really don't.
A little too old for him, but
yeah.
He went to Cal State Fullerton actually.
Really?
Didn't he? Yeah, he did. Bruce Bowen played for the Spurs.
I have to look him up.
It's great player.
Yeah, they called me Draymond Green.
Wow. Okay.
That's who they said I was.
So you're doing business finance.
Yes.
Now, outside of real estate, from an educational academic standpoint, what classes do you like?
I don't know. I can't really say I like any classes.
Okay, that's good. It's really good for us to know.
Yeah, but the finance classes are definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
The ones I'm taking, the finance, anything that has to do with, I'm very involved with stocks and everything. I invest myself. So any class that has to do with that, stocks, bonds, or anything like that, I'm really into. Those are the classes I pay attention in.
Okay. If you This is good. This is going to be good. As somebody who's been an intern for us for a couple months now, what's one thing you think we can improve on as a business?
I don't really have anything like.
Oh shit!
Like everything's run pretty smooth. I haven't found anything yet that needs to be improved. The only thing, like anything that needs to be improved would be like me. Like probably I would have to follow up more with people and do better on the cadence with reaching out. But
interesting.
Like I don't see anything wrong really.
Perfect. We're going to record this. I'm going to have you send this to my wife, and
I
then
will.
We'll be okay on there.
Yeah.
We're super excited to have you, man. I mean, I think like we obviously have ties to Cal State Fullerton. We like the fact that you're engaged. We're very impressed that we were able to get something done, really quickly in the process.
Yeah.
From that meeting with Bob, when you, me, and him sat down, was there anything that you noticed in our conversation that was like out of the ordinary?
Nothing really out of the ordinary. The only thing that I did was there was like what I really liked about it. There was no selling involved in the meeting.
Right.
No one was selling anything to each other. We were sharing life stories. We were talking about what he does, what we do. Like there was not like I think the biggest misconception is every conversation you have, people think it's going to be, oh, this is what I could do for you. This is my LTV. This is my rates. These are this. We can beat any competitor you have. But it's not like that at all. Every conversation I've had with brokers or everything, it's been life. We talk about life.
Right.
Like kids, family, sports, high school. Like nowhere in the conversation am I trying to sell them anything. But in a few days, in a week, maybe they'll call me and they'll say, hey, can you do this deal?
Right.
And I think that's the biggest misconception us young people have is we think every conversation is going to be a deal.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we try to harp on and that we've talked about is when you're talking to a new prospect, there's like really like 3 bullet points you want to get across.
Yeah.
And you're not selling them.
No.
It's like, do they know what you do? Do they have something for you now? You don't even have to ask that question to know. And is it somebody you should be following up with?
Yeah.
Right? Everything else is how you build a relationship. And so if you can get the answers to those 3 questions without even talking to them about business, that's gold right there.
Yeah.
Because ultimately down the road, like you said, they're going to call you and say, hey, we talked 2 weeks ago. I've got this office deal that needs an 80% loan to value loan. And you're going to go, that's a little bit too aggressive on loan to value. Let me just check with my team. Yeah, it's going to be, we're okay with seller carryback stuff. Hey man, thanks for getting back to me. When something else comes across my desk, we'll be able to send it over to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much our time. I mean, we wanted to give you a quick little shout out. We'll chop it up. You can share it on your socials. And
I will.
I know that you just joined LinkedIn.
Yeah,
Welcome,
I did.
welcome to the gang.
Thank you.
And Brad is the pioneer for this company on LinkedIn. It took me
He
a long.
is. I aspire to be like him on LinkedIn. It's really something.
It is amazing. It's really.
He's my inspiration on LinkedIn.
He should be. He was. He made me kind of get going on it. And the more consistent you are with cadence, the more everything. I am convinced parity wins on LinkedIn, no matter what. I did a post that got just about as many impressions as Brad's post saying that he's going to have a baby.
Yeah.
My post was that all you people out there saying that you're meeting with billionaires is not physically possible. It doesn't fucking work like that, And no, you didn't learn anything from the conversation.
Yeah.
But find your own style, create your own cadence, be consistent with it. But we're excited to have you up here.
Thank you. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to
Awesome,
work for you guys as well.
Sweet.